It is the 21st of July 2017. It is Friday. This is Youth Cafe. My name is Zinziki Biku.
And the hottest man in Eastern Central Africa, Brian Aseli. Nakwambia leo tuko na vitu kibao tumeprepare na kwambia niko excited, niko na maswali kadhaa. Tunataka kusaidia ma youth man wajue exactly biashara inafanywaje na ni online business. So kama unajua uko home na unajua when you part of any social media platform na kama uko na interest ya business, leo ndio ile siku tunakupasha na uget kujua nini exactly tunaongelea.
All right, plus on top of that we'll be talking to the only man who showed up for the presidential running mate debate. And the clip that was running earlier was Jack Ma in Nairobi. That conversation will be setting the base for tonight's conversation. As my co-host Brian Aseli has said, if you have a small online business or if you are thinking towards that, then this specific episode tonight is for you. And as always, we want to engage with you on social media. Make sure you're using the hashtag Youth Cafe. So as I told you, he is a graduate from University of Nairobi and he was the only person to show up this week at the running mate presidential debate. He needs no introduction anymore. Plus, Kenyans have gotten to know his name this past week. It's none other than Muthiora Kariara. He joins us right now here on studio on Youth Cafe. All right. So, Elliot, thank you so much.
Thank you
for making the time to come on tonight's show. It is such an honor to meet you and to have you here on the platform where young people get to engage.
The honor is actually mine because
right.
I get to engage with the youth, which is what our campaign is all about. So, yeah, I say thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And thank you for the viewers for tuning in.
Now, there's one specific tweet I saw earlier this week that said, here is a young man addressing the nation for 90 minutes across all media platforms. Tell me, how were you feeling that night?
It was a challenging night. I like to be honest. When I showed up and realized that the other debaters had not come to the set, I was taken a little aback and I had butterflies in my stomach because in my preparation, I had expected and prepared to debate people. Yeah. But then there I was faced with empty podiums.
Na nikuulize, wewe unaona ni kama hiyo debate yote ilikuwa watered down, as in haikufanywa ikuwe as serious because you're the only person who showed up, ama walichukulia vi serious?
No, to the contrary. Preparation was done properly. It was top-notch. The quality was what it should be. Now, what I need to say is God intervenes in very miraculous ways. So, to the young people, I would actually want to urge them that always be prepared. You never know where that lucky break will find you. So, one thing I would also want to say is, when that moment came, I was not prepared that it would be as big as it turned out to be.
Now, Muthiora, during the debate, you had even told us you faced quite a challenge when it comes to employment. When you graduated University of Nairobi and you had to tarmac for close to a year, you went to the point of even sharing with the nation that you had even collected garbage. Now, even in your manifesto, you had mentioned that you want to make agriculture or that you'd want to appease this sector to young people. Is that the way you plan to sort of reduce unemployment amongst the youth?
Actually, our main focus is on making life affordable for all Kenyans. The best way to do that is to cut down on how much people spend on food. So that means we will go big on agriculture. We will encourage the young people especially to embrace it. And how to do that is let's have technology come into play. Let's have information come into play.
Right.
And let's make farming a business so that it's fun to do.
Ebu gotea kwanza. Wewe ni msongwaro kama mimi.
Wewe ni msongwaro. Sikujua mimi nikikuona kwa TV miona huyu buda lazima tukalipi saba.
Solo nilikuwa nashanga mazeje kwani ongwaro tumemake it si wote. So nilikuwa nataka kujua mimi sijaiona logo yako, sijaiona poster yote hata ongwaro mtaani. Nashanga tu msi anasema ni ongwaro na sijaiona poster yako. Wewe make sure aje wase wanajua story ya manifesto yako, wase wanajua maybe hata sijui logo yako inakaa aje msi.
Okay. What's happening is this: we are running a green campaign. We are trying to say, as much as we would like to be effective, we do not want to pollute the environment. Kenya has embraced technology.
True.
That's a fact. Almost every youth, every young Kenyan, everyone over the age of 18 has a phone. And almost by coincidence, it's a smartphone. So if we have our message in the cyberspace, then at least it will get to almost everyone that we need to get our message. So that explains why you do not see banners, why you do not see these other usual material, because we are not conventional candidates. We are not business as usual. We're doing things differently.
I like that, the aspect of a green-oriented campaign. Because if you look around Nairobi right now, and even across the nation, the amount of posters everywhere, from stuck on our trees, on the roadside, kwa bus, it's literally...
And before you finish that, tell me, is it effective? You have your poster here today, tomorrow someone else has plastered another?
Yes.
I don't think it's effective.
Environmentally, it's not also friendly.
But when you receive a picture in your inbox...
It's the traditional way of politics. So sasa wamekuwa kieka posters toka kitambo. So labda mtaani kuna ule mama anasema, ukijana labda hata anadu. Ndio maana hajaweka poster because wase wengi wenye wana vote mtaani wanataka kuvutiwa kijua jamaa pia ako na kakitu.
Mr. Kuficha. Hatuna kakitu kama NASA au Jubilee. Our means are modest. Actually, we are appealing to people watusaidie. But hata tukiwa na hiyo pesa, tutatafuta njia appropriate and effective mechanism to reach the people. Believe me, weka youth mtaani, umesikia kuhusu Dr. Jafeth Kavinga Kaluyu. Ukienda home kama there na smartphone, unadu nini? Unamshow kuna huyu jamaa ambaye sasa amefika. Hii ndio dawa ya Kenya. So we are taking a different approach to things because we've had leaders who regurgitate the same platitudes all the time. They don't fix our problems. We are here to do that.
Okay.
So we must be creative. We must innovate. That's how to get ahead.
Nikuulize, after hiyo debate umepata more attention compared to venye ilikuwa before because niko sure mazejo wase wako wanakujua. Alafu sasa umekaa umedunga debate solo. Alafu sijui kama wase bado wase sasa wanakufuata more kupita vile walikuwa wanakufuata before debate.
That's true because I was personally keeping an eye on your Twitter account. You had like 300 followers prior to the debate, and all of a sudden that number has skyrocketed to even beyond 9,000 followers, and that's just Twitter alone.
Let me confess something. You have your statistics right. Now, the account that's trending at 12,000, that's not me.
Oh.
In the debate, I said the young people need to be creative. They need to embrace innovation. I guess someone took that and opened an account under my name.
So that's not your official account on Twitter?
Unfortunately, it's not.
And that message that went viral, his tweet?
Someone took advantage, and this is what the young people need to do. Only, I would ask that they come, we work together. I believe that's someone with a lot of potential because so far you can see they are posting the right messages. They joined my campaign team unofficially. They have showed their potential. So the least I can do is to ask them to come on board because we are of the same views.
Oh my goodness. If the person who is running Muthiora's Twitter account, you've heard it from him specifically, reach out to him. You've literally become part of his campaign team. So do not close the Twitter account. Just reach out to him and be part of his campaign team. I have to ask you a very quick question, all right?
Yes.
First of all, do you think as young Kenyans, especially those between the ages of 18 to 35, who according to IEBC account for about 9.9 million voters, are ready to vote for people, not based on tribe, but based on policy and action?
I totally agree with you because after people got to know what we stand for, what we represent, what we are promising to deliver if given the mandate, I'm meeting people and for the first time, nobody's expecting me to give them anything. Actually, this week, I have had 6 people insist that we must have lunch so I can tell them what we intend to do for them.
Okay.
So I've had free coffee, I've had free lunch. Actually, the other day I was not able to drive home through my private means, so I had to use a bus. And someone said, Mheshimiwa, siwezi kuacha ulipe 30 bob.
Oh, wow.
So there is this, okay, it's not a fallacy, it's a fact that the voter today is poisoned, that for them to vote for certain candidates, you need to give money. Yeah, there is that, but then there is this new generation which is open to new ideas.
And hopefully our generation will change that.
We actually are. You see, in 24 hours, an account grew from 0 to over 12,000. That's the official. Right now, it's above it's almost 12,000
Right.
the last time I checked, in 24 hours. Those are people who believe that we can do things differently.
Yeah.
Let's support this guy because he seems to be aligned to a candidate who has a vision for this nation. That candidate, Dr. Japhet Kavinge Kaluyu, I beg you, make time, watch him in the debate, and you'll be amazed at just how passionate he is about delivering Kenya to the next level.
Mimi naona tuko serious sana.
Yeah. Wait, I know what question you need to ask. Before we head there, no, you can ask, but I just really want to ask one more question before we come to that question, before we like change gears completely.
This is scaring me.
It's not, it's nothing. Silly. So very quick question.
Yes.
And this, I want you to be as honest as possible.
Okay.
Let's say come August 8th, the chance does not play with you. Favor does not play with you, right?
Yes.
Is this the end of Eliud Muthiora? Are you going to go chini ya maji? Then come the next election, that's when you resurface, as many of our leaders do? Or are you going to stay on the forefront line, fight for young people, fight for policies that favor young people? Are we still going to see you on the ground, or we're just going to wait for the next election?
This election was not the beginning of Muthiora Eliud Kariara. I've been doing community mobilization. I actually got involved into politics when I was a student at the University of Nairobi. I served in Sonu, so it dates that back. Besides that, I was involved in the constitution-making process when we were campaigning for either vote banana or vote the orange. Yeah. So I've been in this space. After the election, that's just a one-day event. But then we have a process to change this nation, which must continue. So I'll be here. I'll work with people who believe that Kenya needs better, that we have to do things differently. And I don't even know why we're talking about us not winning, because currently we have a lot of people who are saying they will vote for us. The vote has not been cast yet, so let's cross our fingers. We are sure we'll have the numbers we need to do the job.
All right, so on tonight's show, later on in the panel, we'll be discussing the issue of small businesses, especially online, because a majority of young people are online. Their businesses are heading towards that platform, if they're already not in that platform. I really want to hear your thoughts in regards to how, especially with Jack Ma's current visit in Kenya, that is rounding up, even on the African continent, how young people should be tapping into that atmosphere, the atmosphere online, and taking their businesses there.
And our government will focus hugely on tapping onto the opportunities that the internet and online business offers, because we believe that's the next frontier for Kenya.
Right.
Yes. So I'll be looking forward to that.
I actually had this crazy question I just had to ask.
Na nataka we answer in 5 marks. Explain. Sawa?
Okay, itadajiwa na standard za Matiang'i ama
hapa ni story ya Matiang'i, hakuna sijui nini ama nini. Story ya mtu like Lozo, sorry delete.
Okay,
but umesema when I'm bold, when I'm courageous, now when I'm straightforward, and you lead from the heart.
And now Kenya knows him.
And now Kenya knows you.
Yeah.
Is there one special person you have in your life? Uko na dem? Uko na wife? Tunataka kujua 5 marks. Explain.
Am I allowed to pass?
Actually, that's a question that I think everyone has been secretly asking.
My youth man wamesema, huyu jamaa amekuja kwa show lazima ujibu hiyo swali. So, ebu ji express 5 marks, explain.
Okay, I did say.
Or is it complicated? It's still okay.
I'm an honest person, so I'll answer that straight on. I'm not married. I do not have any child out there. So should I pass away, nobody will want to attach themselves to my will.
Win a jackpot,
or should I win a jackpot?
No files attached.
No files attached.
Hakuna mafisi nini mafiset wamekufuata after candidate.
Hakuna, but then there is that special person that has always been in my life. It's been a stable relationship, and it's building up to what I always hoped I would get.
Mazejo nisikose harusi yako. Lakini pia niko na kaswali kingine kamtaa. Unajua Ngwaru tunakuanga na shida ya maji. Unapanganga line kuchota maji ama siku hizi wanasema, "Ai, urezoa kam."
Hapana.
Pita hapo hivyo uchote maji.
Nimekwambia mimi hufanya vitu tofauti. Kwa kupanga line utakosa kunikuta because mi urauka Ngware. Sometimes I get help, but when I know I want to get an opportunity to work out, because I like to keep fit. You see, I'm 35 and still kinda in shape. Siko ovyo au sio?
Hivyo story ya kitambi sasa haiko ongelele.
So mi ujichotea maji sometimes. but then nachota ile large scale.
Wow.
Unajua hizi wheelbarrow za ungwaro, but then shaskuma mkokoteni sana, so kupush weights si normal. So I can do Muthiora mitungi 20 within around half an hour.
Who needs a gym at that rate?
Ameunga na haringi.
Okay, angalia mikono hii hapa, kamera kaineza zoom, kuna proof.
Hiyo ni soft. Kuna soft.
Hii hapa.
Elliot, I have one last question because we need to wrap this up and prepare for our next segment of the show. What is your last message towards young people? I think you can address using this specific camera. Your message very short towards young people come August 8th and even beyond August 8th because there is life after August 8th.
Okay. Ningependa kuambia kuwa Kenya ni yetu. Kenya sio ya au machali ambao tumepatia mandate before. It's our nation. We have a responsibility to make it what we think it should be. Sasa hata useme amani, hata upreach amani mara ngapi, amani itakam. What you need to do is practice peace. Dumisha amani. Usingoje kutumiwa. Our constitution allows us to address whatever grievances that we have through the institutions that have been mandated to do so. So in case you feel dissatisfied by a decision or someone has wronged you, don't take sheria kwa mikono yako. I've been a victim of that myself, and so don't fall into the same pitfall. Things are getting better. They may not be perfect. But besides that, jua kwamba when we don't have peace, we cannot have prosperity. And when we don't have prosperity, that means that the people who stand to lose the most are the youth, are the women, because those are the most disenfranchised in society. We are looking to empower them. We are looking to make sure that they get proper representation on the table where the resources of this nation are decided upon. So please, stand up for Kenya. Let's build our nation together. Kudos.
Thank you.
Buda. Na nakwambia kwanza sijui mimi ndio sikupata memo tu viatu naona ni
It's blue.
Ama Zizi, you're that special person. sorry. Police wanna come up.
All right, so Elliot, thank you so much for making time to come speak to us here on Youth Cafe.
Thank you for having me.
This is a platform for young people, young and in politics clearly, and we wish you all the best.
Bana, all the best.
And come back to the show even after you're president.
I will.
You better.
The young people, that's my constituency. Kenya is just where we take off. We want to take over the whole world. That's what Dr. Japhet Kavinga Kaluyu is here to do.
Usihame mtaa. Ongwaro ndio mtaa. Mazejo kama umeki kuweka runda. Watu wakisema tunaishi Ongwaro, wasema uko kwa Masonko.
Now that's the point.
Usianze
That's the point. Umenipata. Tunataka kusawazisha kila kitu. Ili uwe unaishi Kibra, ama unaishi Ongwaro, ama uko Korogocho, services ziko. Ukiugua, hauna stress, unajua utaenda hospitali, upate service poa. Nataka si free, ni affordable.
I like that.
And it being affordable, it's quality. So you focus on producing to cater for your family. Ukiwa na watoi, hauwari kwamba school fees itapanda ama itakuwa vipi. We intend to have free education so that mtaani hatuna tunawatembea ovyo ovyo. We'll make it compulsory. Eventually, we'll even take away issue ya uniform. Ili mkikutana na mtu yote yako under 18, mnamuuliza unafanya nini huko? Mbona uko shule? Mnamshika mnamuingiza kwa ile shule nearest iko hapo. Ili kila mtu afanye nini? Apate chance. Education is the greatest equalizer. We have our focus there. My presidential candidate, Dr. Japhet Kavinga Kaluyu, has been a dean. So you can imagine what our agenda for education is. Yeah? Hapo tujiongea venye tutapigana na corruption.
We will literally have a show and you can come and talk about this. Even before and after election, like you said, you're here to stay, so we'll have you back.
Awesome.
All right, so this man, Elliot Muthiora Kariara, the nation has come to know and love. He is the only person who showed up for the running mate presidential debate earlier this week. We want to take a quick break here on Youth Cafe, but before we do so, we never forget our online audience. So if you're on Twitter, tonight, we are asking you, what's the major challenge entrepreneurs face with startups? Is it capital? Is it self-doubt, market, or connections, networks, all right? So make sure you're jumping onto Twitter, voting, and also telling us what your reason, your reason for choosing that specific option is, okay?
Exactly. Kumbuka at Brian_Seli, at Zinzi_Kibiku, at KTN News. #Youth Cafe.
Right.
Two-way show, maze.
We'll be right back.
Yes.